So, Sheree, here's the thing. I'm gonna get into this notes. I'm gonna get into the topic, and then I'll give you the breakdown. Now, Sheree Whitfield came on the reality with the King podcast with Carlos King. We love Carlos. Carlos, he really did his thing when he was exec. I think he was not exec, but a producer of Real Housewives of Atlanta. Like Real Housewives of Atlanta never looked like that. Okay, it ain't never looked like that. So he has his own podcast, which he's been really going viral with a lot of his speaking points on things. So he went viral this week because he had a conversation with Sheree Whitfield. And this was in a promotional interview for the pending season. They talked about a lot of things, but one thing in particular that everybody was talking about was her opinions on potentially having Phaedra come back. I'm going to play the clip and I'm going to give you the full breakdown.
I'm curious, and it's funny, it just came to my head. Let's just say what it is, because she went on record saying this. Kandi said that she doesn't want Phaedra on the show while she's on because of what happened season 9. And that if Bravo wants Phaedra on, then that's fine. She'll bow out gracefully. You've been on the show with people you don't get along with, people where you guys both threw shade and all this other stuff. Now, granted, what Phaedra did allegedly is obviously worse than anything you guys have experienced. But with that being said, do you think it's fair that one person may have that much control on someone coming back on the show?
No, I don't. And I actually invited Phaedra to the fashion show too. And one of the things she said, she's like, well, is Kandi going to be there? My thing is, like you said, I've been on this show many times, many years with people I did not get along with. I have been in situations that I was uncomfortable with. I have talked about heavy things that I have gone on in my life. We are here to do a reality show. And as much as I love Kandi, I feel like at the end of the day, they should, or she should, understand that this is for the show. We can't be, oh, I don't want to talk about that. It's not cool. So we can't do it. It's for the betterment of the show. We all have been in uncomfortable and talked about shit that we don't want to talk about.
Okay, here is the thing with this video. I mean, what Sheree is saying sounds good on paper. But when you really realize what Phaedra did to Kandi, and I'm gonna be real blunt about what she did to remind y'all, because a lot of people are saying, "Oh yeah, Candy's being extra, and it's not that serious." Phaedra literally accused Kandi of rape. You're hearing it from me. I'm sorry. I hope this does not get shadow banned from me saying that the exact word, because you can't really say certain things on here no more. Internet is so crazy, but it's real. Like, she really did that. And I don't care what Carlos said. Oh, allegedly, this and he said allegedly. I'm like, allegedly, ain't no allegedly. That's Phaedra did say. She said that she heard somebody say it, but we all know it was her. You accuse somebody of being that. This is not, now to Sheree, this is not someone that you go back and forth with talking about somebody money or talk about somebody, situate. This is not no catty stuff. This ain't no read. This ain't no tea and shade. Someone accusing someone of a crime, a serious crime, a crime that could have gotten Kandi like canceled, fired off the show. I mean, the branding deals. She even said it herself on the reunion that you were on, Sheree, that I was losing deals just because of what Portia and Phaedra were saying. So no, this is very serious. This is very serious. And the thing about Phaedra is, and I do, but see, the thing about it is I do want her back, but I want her back if Kandi wants her back. You know what I'm saying? Like, if Kandi was to be like, I don't give a fuck, bring her back. Okay, fine. But I don't mind Kandi being like, well, as long as I'm on this show, if y'all want me to bow out, whatever, it's whatever. I'm good either way. If Kandi doesn't want Phaedra to be on there, That's her prerogative. And at the end of the day, Phaedra is a liar. She's a known liar. She's lied multiple times on the show. My thing, and I'm just thinking, thinking like I'm Candy. If you did that to me, and you're around again, and you're around the circle once again, you could do it again. You get what I'm saying? Like I know that's in Candy's head right now. It's like the potential of her potentially doing this shit again or doing something else worse. So it's a real big trust issue, and I think that Sheree really wasn't in on. I mean, I guess maybe she's kind of desensitized to the situation, which is kind of weird because she was there and she was definitely like, no, this is wrong, that people are lying about certain things like that. And Sheree, I would like, if this was done to you, I wonder if you would be in agreement of taping and being around a person like that. I just wonder. I mean, it's so easy for you to say, this is for the show, this is for this. Child, you got me messed up. You got me chopped. I love Sheree, but this was not it. This was not it. Now, another thing about the interview that I want to talk about was the conversation about the infamous house party that she had. I believe it was like season 1, and it was where Nene wasn't invited. Like, remember when Nene was like outside her house and she was like, "Well, I'm a cast member to 7 I'm trying to get in, whatever." Well, it was revealed because nobody asked her apparently that Nene specifically wasn't invited to the housewarming party or whatever the party was, and it was because of a disagreement that they had that almost went to blows. I'm like, not these people about to fight. I'm like, but see, Sheree about that life though. I'm not gonna lie. Like she stood up to Nene. She was like, she was about to get up, but Jane crazy. Like, no, Sheree definitely could fight. Nene can too. But I'm like, dang, it almost went to blows with y'all that early into the show. Like, ooh, like I want to know what it was about. Like, what was the conversation? See, I would have delved a little bit deeper. I'm like, what was that argument about? Maybe it was. I'm only going off of highlights. So if she did explain what the argument was about, please tell me in the comments. Um, she also talked about Kim Zolciak and how I think the She Buys Sheree event that's going to be playing out in season 14 this season. Kim didn't show up, and Kim wouldn't have been there in a sense. She wouldn't have got paid to be on the show. Like, she was just, she was inviting her just to be there, as a a guest or whatever. Kim didn't show up, and I'm not surprised, and I'm glad that Sheree is now seeing that Kim was really never your friend, that she was just a friend of yours out of necessity because ain't nobody else was messing with her, and that Kim always bails out on events, paid or no paid. You get what I'm saying? Like, even if the event is on camera or she's taping with them, Kim does not show up to things. She's not your friend. And I'm glad that she knew she is realizing that. Not really much about to say. Nothing. That's pretty much all I have to say about that. Kim is just not a good friend, and not trying to say she's racist or anything like that. But I mean, I guess if the skin was a little different, she probably would have showed up. I'm just saying. I'm just saying what the people are saying. Now, one other thing that was interesting was Lisa Wu made an appearance, and apparently she's supposed to be getting into it with one of the other cast members. I'm like, I wonder who it is. I don't want to automatically, because every time I see things like that, I'm like, oh, she probably argued with Kenya or something like that. But Kenya is saying that she's on a new, she's turned a new leaf and she's not being the drama girl that everyone knows her to be. Like, she could be arguing with the new girl. I don't know. So, I mean, it's very interesting that she's gonna have like a little moment or appearance on the show. I mean, that could definitely hint to her potentially coming back. We want to get more OGs back. I miss, bring Deshaun back. Hell, you know what I'm saying? Now, I see the OGs know who Deshaun was. Okay, I think that it's really, I love seeing old faces come back, and old faces with the new faces interacting, intermingling. I really cannot wait for this season premiere. happening this Sunday. I might do like a review, a weekly review. But see, the thing about weekly reviews with me, I don't like them. I don't like them. The views don't really, y'all don't seem to really care much for them unless it's like a panel discussion. So I would talk to my mutuals on YouTube to see if they would be down to do a Real Housewives of Atlanta panel review, and we'll alternate channels and stuff like that. So, be up on that, but there's no promises there.